Hey, what the business is, YouTube? This your boy Clarence over here at Pursuit of Freedom. And of course, you know I'm sliding this thing here. It is Tuesday, the 1st of December. I'm still mounting my comeback. I'm pretty much at the halfway point right now. The problem with taking big losses is the time it takes to, recoup from the losses. It ain't that you can't get it back. It ain't that you won't get it back. It's that it's going to take time. A lot of time in my case, because I can't trade every day. But today I found myself in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And I jumped in this here stock, Ears. Ears was the number one stock on the day. Grabbed me 1,500 shares, spent me a decent penny. Got in at 540, out at 578. 38 cents later, up 569 bones. Doing my trade journaling thing. It was the number one stock on the day at the time I was getting in. You know what I'm saying? See that 130? I mean, I got in slightly before 130, but I was out by 130, so I went ahead and did my screenshot. I was getting ready to do my save thing. Let's come on in and talk about that for a second. Oh yeah, the stock had a little bit of news, but I am going to come back to that. So Ears still the number one stock on the day. See that? I was in the stock at $5.40. In the after hours, it pulled back from around that area all the way down to $3.88. As my phone getting a little bit of tension, there. Slide that out. TC2000, the software. This is the 1 minute chart. Look at this damn candle on the daily chart, man. And when you're looking back, you see they got a 1 for 20 split. Let's look at a weekly chart for a second. They did some more splits. I done played in and out this stock a couple times. 1 for 10 split here back in 2018. Back to the daily chart. But this thing closed, yesterday pretty darn low. And at the time when I was looking in, it was up like 300%, man. And honestly, when I stopped to drop my load today in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, I first noticed the stock before it broke $5, man. So I'm first noticing the stock probably about right here at 11:50 a.m. Now, I didn't have a door at that time, so I'm just trying to get out the way. I'm trying to be over in the receiving area so that I can get me a door. You know what I'm saying? But I parked, a little over to the side. And the little spot where I dropped off at today was kind of tight. I go in the office. I'm going in the office as the stock is punching up and setting a higher day at 578 by the time I got back to the truck. You know what I'm saying? Right around 12, because it was still in the 570s area when I got back to my truck. And I from there, I'm thinking man, this damn stock. This daggone stock. Where the close? You can't even see the close. You know what? I got the zoom. I got to get that all the way out of there to make that big. The thing closed somewhere in this $1.10 area yesterday, right? So what's a dollar? $1.10 about? I got my blue line right here. Okay, I be forgetting that's yesterday's close. You know what I'm saying? So I got at 470, looking in this box over here, that's 330%. So when I seen it, I was in a little bit of disbelief, man, this stock already up. You know what I'm saying? 330%. By the time I got back to my truck, it was up 400%, man. There at 565 before it started to pull back. So I'm thinking man, I ain't finna play with this in stock. That's because that's getting a little dangerous. Stocks can run, you know what I'm saying, a lot stronger than that. You can have a stock run 1,000% in a day. You know what I'm saying? So it it just told me, you know what I mean, if I'm gonna get in this thing with some caution, get in and get out. You know what I'm saying? Don't play around with it for too long. Don't hold it because I'm pretty sure at 400% gains on the day, short seller was looking at this thing drooling. Now I tried my hand at short selling for a quick second, and the bull that's still left in this market beat the shit out of me. So you know what I'm talking about. If I'm getting in, even though it's up 400% on the day, I'm getting in as a bull. All right, so let's slide this here thing out some more. Because you see, I got my green line where I got in at, and my red line where I sold. So I'm reading the news as this thing is coming down. I get back to the truck a little after 12 because it did have a little spike higher, like it was going to come up and touch that 578. I was originally thinking that I was going to buy the breakout of 578 and possibly, you know what I'm saying, either get out at 6 or hope that it can break the $6 mark and keep pushing higher, maybe get out towards 7. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much that would be, 500, 600% higher, but I'm kind of glad the stock was moving downward. I seen the stock pull back all the way to around where I got my little yellow V wall. Let me edit that. I need that damn bit to be a little bit thicker. Can I do that? I can't make them thicker. Uh, 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 where? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the stock pulled back to my volume weighted average price in yellow. It didn't fall beneath it. For me, of course, if I'm long, the earliest sign that I might need to get out is if the price action falls beneath my 9 EMA or my 13 EMA, which in this case, it was beneath both. You know what I'm saying? But it came down to my volume weighted average price and stayed above the volume weighted average price. So sometimes that right there can still be a bullish sign, you know what I'm saying, in a chart. The volume weighted average price is the average cost of all of the buying and selling up to that point, right? It's telling you where the majority of people who are getting involved with the stock, this is about the price they was getting in at 385. So the stock came down to $4, $4.06, and it stayed up, right? So it's starting to bounce. Now, me, sometimes when I'm getting into a bounce, even though the volume weighted average price is a good area to get into a bounce, sometimes it's a false. It can be a little false indicator. You know what I'm saying? The bearish momentum can be strong. Let me see something. That chart sucks. So here's an example right here. Now, the price action dipped beneath the volume weighted average price. It did rise back above it. And it's different. This is a different stock, EYESI, Second Sight Medical Products. But sometimes, you know, like it did here, it came down to the volume weighted average price and it touched it perfectly. I love that though. Touched it perfectly and bounced off it, you know what I mean? To the tune of 13% looking in that box. The second time it got to the volume weighted average price, it dipped beneath that. You know what I'm saying? Even though it did get right back above it, grind and play with it, and then pushed up higher. And the third time, I'm going to say, or the fourth time it went beneath the volume weighted average price, it was done on the day, like I expect the stock to be when it falls beneath the volume weighted average price. So if the price action stays above that, there's still a bull in the stock. Glad that I had an example close by. So in this case, the bull is still in this here stock, even though it was a lot of bearish action, a lot of strong selling candles, man. But I'm getting in this thing as it's starting to climb back. I wanted some clarity. I wanted to be sure that we finna get off the volume weighted average price. So I'm getting in late, and the stock actually slowed down, spiked right to 540, and I'm thinking it's just about to keep going and blast through the higher day, and I'm gonna go ahead and get me an early entry to the retest of the higher day of 578. That didn't happen, but I did get my order filled at 540, and then the stock came back down to my short-term moving averages, This was my first spooky sign right here that, man, this damn thing might be coming back down. But, we still above the volume weighted average price. It's beneath my short term moving averages, so that's an early stop. I honestly set a stop that was a little tight, and I can be honest with you, I did not honor. I didn't honor my stop. I put my stop at 516, from 540 to 516, and I just based that on, okay, where did they have support up in here? Even though it had already dipped real low, but I didn't want to come all the way back down to $4. I didn't want to go to 460 something. So I looked over here and found a level where it dropped, but it bounced. Because I'm thinking we about to get back in this 570 area. Not sure, don't quite know, but the stock is continuing to grind sideways. You know what I'm saying? We had a low here. We got a slightly higher low in this area. And then it got up to 540 again and then pulled back. So after it got in this 540s area, then I'm getting nervous. I'm like, okay, you got a pullback, right? Then you got a lower high. So I started thinking this was a lower high, and we're going to just get lower highs from here. This candle right here kind of shocked the shit out of me, because this was $20 million. And the way that this thing spiked right there at 117, this thing spiked with some force. You know what I'm saying? Like $20 million poured into the stock in that 1 minute. But I was eyeballing the higher day. I was looking for a retest of the higher day, about 577, 578-ish area. You know what I'm saying? The stock is already up 400%, so I'm not looking to get too greedy. I do wish I would have got out at 632 or would have got out at 640, because that would have been $1,500 at $6.40. But I just cut me a slice of the cake, baby. I ain't trying to take away too much, because when you get greedy, next thing you know, the stock will want to just take a dump on you and run away with your money. You know what I'm saying? But this would have been beautiful, man, to get out up here at 644. That'd have been a $1,500 trade. So I left $1,000 on the table just a few minutes later. Like I said, that's the story of my life. So this thing spiked up, but it did when it was going up, it paused for a quick second right at 578. And before that 1 minute candle closed, I wish I could have had like a 30-second candle or something so you could see it. But it spiked up to 578, and I seen it hit that mark and then stop. So I entered my order, and I got to type in, sell at 578 pretty much, and then click sell, click preview, then click, submit order. And as I submitted my order, that's when the stock price just kind of pushed even higher. But it pushed through my sale price, and I'm out at 578. I ain't angry. I shall take it. 577.97, 578, $569 gain. Short trade, and then I proceeded to continue driving. You know what I'm saying? Continue driving. It ain't nothing to me, man. It is what it is. You got our shoulda, coulda, wouldas. That's gonna be my story, man. A little bit more patience, man. When it paused at 578, I wasn't taking no chance. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Hey, if it's done, if it's gonna come back down, I ain't trying to hang in there. I'm trying to take a gain while I got it. You know what I'm saying? 4 minutes later, it'd have been a $1,500 trade. But the name of the game is to lock in gains. The name of the game is to lock in gains. I've been yapping for probably too long already. So that was my trade of the day. Big old monsters. Oh, here was the news before we get on out of there. So this is RS Medical reports positive in vitro efficacy data for AM301 and protecting against SARS-CoV-2 infection. So, if you know anything about the virus, it's a mixture between the coronavirus and the SARS virus. You know what I'm saying? Somehow the two diseases was put together in that lab. And I don't know. I'm actually surprised that it pulled back so strong, but that's what a lot of short selling to do. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna sell and take profits. Who was down here at this there 99 cent mark? This thing spiked up to 600 something, 450% spike. Man, I wish I was in this thing at 99 cent that day prior or something like that. And this goddamn thing jumped like Zion Williamson, man. Ooh, wait. Yeah, so you're going to have some profit taking up here. Pull the stock back down about 40%. But with this type of news, because this sounds like something that can help out with the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Up to 99% reduction in viral title and human epithelial culture. I mean, it's out of the nasal spray. I mean, that's what we know COVID to be, you know what I mean, infecting us humans. Hamilton, Bermuda, December 1, Rs Medical, a clinical stage company dedicated to developing therapeutics that addresses important unmet medical needs in neurology and rhinology and allergy and CNS disorders. You know what I'm saying? They announced the efficacy. They're testing their in vitro drug-free nasal spray. Crazily, this right here caught me off guard because they say drug-free nasal spray being developed by the company's affiliate Altamira, Altamira Medica for protection against airborne pathogens and allergens. You know what I'm saying? Was tested for its capability to prevent or mitigate SARS-CoV-2 infection of nasal epithelial cells. Now, I ain't finna go too crazy. I mean, this ain't hard to find. You can type in ears, Yahoo Finance. 14 hours ago, the news came out. So that's why the stock super jumped today. And I just get in and get out. I don't need the whole cake. I ain't trying to have diabetes. I don't need the whole cake. Just cut me a slice of that bad boy and I'm up out of there. Y'all know what this is. You know what I'm talking about? I'm finna get everything back. This market finna give me all my money back out there. This pursuit of freedom. I'll let you.